Good afternoon. Welcome to Project Review Committee for February 1st, 2023. My name is Oscar Cepeda, the Associate Planner here with the City of Porterville Community Development Department. I'm going to go ahead and do roll call. We are joined today from city staff. We're joined today by Jeff O'Neill, our city planner. We're also joined by Rocio Mejia, our assistant planner. We're joined by Clayton Dignam, our fire marshal with the fire department. We're also joined by Javier Sanchez, the engineering and project management director. We're joined by Brianna Spry with the field service division. And that is all from city staff. At this time, we will open oral communications. This is the opportunity for members of the public to address the committee on any matter pertaining to project review. Hearing none, I'm going to go ahead and close our communications. And on for today's agenda, we do have two items. First item is Project Review Committee number 2023-005 for property there located at 180 South Main Street. Let me go ahead and share my screen here for the project site. 180 South Main Street. It is in our downtown retail south of Olive Avenue zone district. It is within our downtown overlay. As far as comments from the planning division, it's going to be pretty standard to our development code. Any changes to the exterior of the building, make sure that it complies with our development code, also with the downtown design guidelines. The addition of storage area for the retail use is permitted. Our understanding is that the use is going to have a retail front with accessory storage to that retail. Mark?
Yes, that's my understanding also.
As far as the addition, we don't foresee it requiring any additional parking due to the expansion would not require an increase of 10% or more of the number of required parking. Pretty standard comments, any future signage complies with our development code and also downtown design guidelines. Outdoor storage, of course, it's limited to 72 hours.
What's limited to 72 hours?
Says outdoor storage of goods, materials, machines, equipment, and vehicles or parts outside of a building for more than 72 hours. Okay. Now, downtown districts do not allow outdoor storage. My bad.
Okay. Well, there won't be. It's pretty much property line to property line on the building. So.
Okay. Perfect. So yeah, that's pretty much our comments from planning. Pretty straightforward. Next with fire department with Clayton.
Basic stuff. The project shall comply with all applicable codes. Fire extinguishers shall be installed to comply with the 2022 California Fire Code. Address numbers shall be posted on the building in a contrasting color, clearly visible from the street. Knox box and keyed access required for the building. Fire sprinklers not required based on the proposed building size. It's less than 5,000 square feet. Unless the occupant load exceeds 100 people, which I doubt. It'll be requiring the UL 300 compliant suppression system if they're producing grease-laden vapors. And on this one, I'm going to request the exit path. I know that there was a commercial hood system put in, and there was an extinguishing system that was put in but was never completed or finalized. Previously, it showed the path of egress through a storage area, which it cannot have. So that's why I'm asking for the exit path, just to ensure that we show that we are not exiting the building from the kitchen through a storage area. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Second. Next with Javier Sanchez with the Engineering and Project Management Department.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, there's Javier.
So on this, the comments will just somewhat be dependent on the valuation of the permit. Anything that goes over 25,000 and change, we'd start looking at public improvements and then see if anything would need to be modified or improved.
It's not very much frontage to this, 25
Right.
feet front and back, and we are redoing the in the back, we are redoing the apron. So that will get redone.
That'll get, yeah, so I think with that and the valuation of your permit, you're pretty much gonna obviously when that gets put in, it'll be done to standards, and
Right.
that'll be what would be tied to the project. So that should be it for engineering.
Thank you.
Thank you, Javier.
Yeah.
Next with Brianna, Field Services.
Believe this will still need the 3-bin enclosure. I'm not really sure where that would. I'm trying to see where all the trash bins are. I think they're on the back side of the building. Oh yeah, that dumpster's in the sidewalk.
Yeah, that's not even on this property. What the intent was is to utilize the building as they have been. And whatever trash there is, they're gonna take to the corner to the other building that they're using now. Because there's really not gonna be much trash here. To my understanding. I haven't got a full view of exactly what they're gonna do in there. But my understanding is they're gonna do storage, bring stuff from the store down, utilize the front for sales. And then whatever their opinion was, whatever they have, they can take down to the trash right there, because we're gonna go to the property line with the building and get rid of that shed in the back. And there is no trash there now, so 3-compartment trash really doesn't comply here. Just doesn't work.
Okay, let me review this one with Cal Recycle. They were just here today.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so let me go over this one with them and see what they say, because in their building code, it is requiring all businesses to have a 3-bin enclosure, regardless of if it's going to be used with 3 bins or not.
No, that's completely understandable. The difference being is currently there is not a trash enclosure, and currently if we go to property line, there's no room for a trash
Yeah, I'm not sure
enclosure.
where that would go. So I'll get a hold of Cal Recycle again. and just a little bit and ask them what they,
It's because it's owned by the same property owner just to the corner. That's what they've been doing for the last little while on this building, and that was what they were hoping to be able to continue to do.
okay. Okay, yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that one.
I'd be glad to sit down with you and we can kind of, if the need be, we can kind of see what we can do, honestly. If that was a requirement, then there would be no sense in adding this portion to the back of the building because it'd be in the back.
Yeah, and it is a building code now.
Right.
Thank you, Brianna.
Mhm.
As far as the building division, Mark, James just referenced that he will be providing his comments in the letter, but it should be pretty standard, latest applicable building codes.
Right, right. And in no issues. We're gonna do CMU walls, so we'll maintain the same firewalls there is now.
Sounds good. Any other comments from staff, or does the applicant or agent has any questions related to item number 1? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and continue with our PRC agenda with item number 2,
Thank you.
which is a resubmittal of Project Review Committee number 2022-013 for property on 45 North Westwood. And bring up as far as comments from planning, I know that the minimum units per net acre within the RM3 high density residential zone district requires of developing a minimum of 20 units per net acre, for which the subject site is located in. By proposing what looks like would be a easement for access through Westwood in order to provide ingress and egress for the shared parking, ingress, egress, shared parking, public utilities, would make this net area to possibly provide what's being proposed here. We would have to include this area as part of that easement in order to make that work. Of course, there's still other applicable codes as far as common open space for each unit, private open space. Private open space requires dimensions minimum of 10 feet, or common open areas, common open. As far as the frontage or the to the building, we would need to have some architectural entrance features on this side, since it is facing Westwood. There was a legislature at the end of 2022, Senate Bill 2096, I believe, that would assist on housing projects for parking if they're within a quarter mile of a public facility, transit facility, which I believe there's one across the street here. So planning comments are pretty much similar from our last meeting. Is there any questions at this time, Mark, for planning?
No, and we redesigned this fourplex so that we have an entrance coming in off of Villa for that first unit, so to accommodate planning on that, so and then with the reduction of parking, I think we can get creative with the trash enclosure if Brianna makes us.
Yes, please.
And with that, we'll pass it along to Brianna.
Did I miss something?
And Brianna, were you gonna make a comment on the trash enclosure requirement or non-requirement?
We
Is-
lost.
Sorry. If it's only gonna be the 4 units?
It'll be a total of 8 when it's
8
done.
Okay.
And when we discussed this a couple of years ago, one of the comments is the property to the south is exactly what this is going to be at the finish. There's a fourplex in the back, a fourplex in the front, and now we're proposing a fourplex in the front. Currently, there's a fourplex in the back. Everything right there now has carryout.
Okay,
And that's what we were planning to continue with. The new 4 is a carryout. And I've sent photos of when they've got them all out there and everything, so you can see what it is. As you can see from the overall view, they're put in the backyard, so they're really not sticking out there anywhere.
yeah.
And if you
Yeah,
look
we
at the,
probably have to do the cans anyway, because I don't see how we can get a truck in there to service a bin.
that
or
was
bins.
one of the issues, yes.
Mhm. So yeah, probably stick with can service for that one.
Fantastic. Then we seem to be on a positive note so far. Let's see what Clayton says.
Yes, next with the fire department, we'll continue it with
I'm sorry, I didn't
That's
mean
okay.
to send you where to go.
So basically, this is just a resubmittal from the 2022 notes, comments. I won't go everything. Everything pretty much stayed the same, except it's the 2022 fire code instead of the 2019 fire code now. And the hydrant spacing, which doesn't really make a difference, is 300 feet for multifamily. This one's going to require one because it's got to have one within 50 feet of the FDC. So, but the rest of the comments will all be the same.
Yeah, what we talked about on that, Clayton, you and I sat down and I think you figured the best place would be on the north property line of this
That-
complex.
That's correct. Yeah, if we can
Yes.
put it at the north property line, that's going to probably be the best for both sides.
Got it. Okay. Well, look at that, a couple of cans out there.
Thank you, Clayton. Next with engineering division, Javier.
We wouldn't have any changes or comments.
Thank
It'd
you.
just be- Yeah, it'd just be the same.
Sounds good. Thank you, Javier. Believe that's all from staff here. Or does applicant or agent has any additional questions for staff related to the project?
No, I think we've beat this one to death. I think we're good.
Sounds good. Again, we'll provide comments related to this meeting based off the latest site plan presented. We'll get you that letter out in about 2 weeks.
And if you would include in that what the owner is going to do in order to create that easement. Is it gonna take a civil engineer? Is it gonna take, can you just go down to title company and say it's a 20-foot for the 289 feet? If you would give us an explanation of what you're wanting to see in order to create that.
Sure, we'll provide a comment in regards to that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, sounds good. Looks like that's all for today's agenda. We're gonna go ahead and end today's meeting at 1:57 p.m.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.